我总觉得中国上市公司季报还是很必要的。不管川普怎么夸，我们还是要清醒有定力啊。您没看错，川普又夸中国了。这次的理由可能连我们自己都没想到。他最近称，美国上市的公司不应再被强制要求披露季度报告，可代之以半年报。为什么特不靠谱的理由是这将节省成本，并使管理人员能够专注于妥善运营公司。你听过这样的说法吗？中国对公司管理有着50到100年的眼光，而我们却按季度运营公司。3个大问号，然后是川普最后的感叹，这可不妙。又是3个感叹号，羡慕中带着一丝焦虑，焦虑中又透出一些不服。不过这种羡慕我们真有点接不住啊。我看到很多美国网友也纷纷提醒川普，其实在上市公司上中国和美国一样，都要求披露季报。只是有一点确实是，中国政府是全世界最具有长远眼光的政府，5年规划、远景规划，在很多西方人眼中，这正是中国体制相对于美国体制的巨大优势之一。想来这一点对特不靠谱刺激太强烈了，所以一拍脑袋就认为中国上市公司肯定不披露季报了。你看，人一旦陷入某种情绪，连事实都成了可选项。当然，我们不要怀疑的一点，川普快人快语，说过中国很多坏话，甩锅更是不少，但在很多方面他确实很羡慕中国，一再表示要学习中国好榜样。比如他不止一次羡慕中国高铁，他说中国高铁快得令人难以置信，舒适得令人难以置信，没有任何缺点，而我们美国没有任何类似的东西。
Bullet trains, they call them. They go unbelievably fast, unbelievably comfortable, with no problems. And we don't have anything like that in this country, not even close.
前几天他的政治盟友柯克被枪杀，他羡慕中国的司法效率，他说他希望枪杀柯克的凶手立刻被判死刑。在中国，他们能够做到快速审判，他们不会为这种事等上6年。更别提不久前中国的胜利日大阅兵，更让川普看得艳羡不已。他不住口的夸赞，这是一个美丽的庆祝，我认为让人印象非常非常深刻。我理解他们这样做的原因，他们希望我在看，而我确实在看。不得不说，川普感触很深啊。有时候羡慕是一座桥，连自己都未必知道通向了哪一道岸。回到上市公司季报还是半年报，川普说的有道理吗？我看到对于上市公司该不该披露季报，美国商界一直存在看法。巴菲特、马斯克等商界领袖都对季度的合理性提出过质疑。2018年，巴菲特和摩根大通 CEO 戴蒙在《华尔街日报》发表的一篇评论中就说，根据我们的经验，季度业绩指引往往导致公司过度关注短期利润，而忽视长期战略、增长与可持续性。在欧盟和英国，上市公司一般就披露半年报和年报，但我们也要看到，反方辩手也有美国前财长萨默斯这样的政要，认为纠缠季报和半年报完全没有道理。萨默斯曾在《金融时报》上刊文就说，取消季报的支持者虽然很多，但理由并不成立，因为即使取消了季报，也不会阻止企业短视，反而可能增加对投资者的不透明度。我看到也有一些美国投资者认为，取消季报表面看当然有好处，但对投资者来说，这真不是一件好事，这将使上市公司更容易进行欺诈，让调查更难发现问题。从这个角度看，川普，你虽然很羡慕中国，但第一，中国上市公司还真有季报；第二，你未必真站在历史正确的一边。真相有时候像个迷宫，走得太急，反而容易闯进别人的房间。怎么看？还是聊聊3点吧。第一，我们要将特不靠谱更当做一个网红。我总觉得川普是美国总统不假，但我们更要首先把他当做一个超级网红。网红特点是什么？语不惊人死不休。比如他说过，英特尔 CEO 陈立武必须辞职，但2人见了一面就没有下文了，我们能当真？他还说他要去俄罗斯的阿拉斯加与普京会面，我们能当真？所以有些话应该川普就是随口说说而已，他每天各种指点江山，但能打败川普的肯定是第2天的川普，我们真别太当真。短期主义与长期主义的辩证关系往往不在于报表的频率，而在于治理的视野。第二，川普确实很羡慕中国，这一点确凿无疑。前面已经举了很多例子，一桩桩一件一件啊，从中国高铁到中国司法效率，再到中国盛大威武的阅兵式，都给川普留下了极其深刻的印象。尤其是中国政府的长远战略眼光，更让川普感慨良多，以至于把不属于中国的事情都归到了中国头上，然后批评美国，你怎么能这样？我说接不住，是指这个细节不属于我们的事情，我们更要当心啊。 毕竟鲁迅先生说过，你要灭一个人，一是骂杀，二是捧杀，真相与误解之间往往只隔着一层薄纱，羡慕的另一面或许就是更深的误读。第三，还是欢迎川普实地来看看吧。我们中国人常说百闻不如一见，一见胜似百闻，完全我个人的角度，不代表任何机构，还是欢迎川普来中国走走看看，他就能看到一个最真实的中国，一个聚精会神谋发展的中国，一个既不是即将崩溃，也不是威胁美国和世界的中国。欢迎川普来，也欢迎哪怕有误解有分歧，但至少还有正确辨别力的外国朋友都来中国看看。还是我之前说过的，过去40多年，我们环顾这个世界，有比中国更遵守国际规则的大国吗？有比中国更尊重其他国家主权的大国吗？有比中国更珍爱和平、更重视发展的大国吗？答案就2个字，我们可以大声说出来，没有。多走走看看，自然就对中国更加了解了。中国和美国还是要相互学习、相互促进、相互成就、相互理解，是打破偏见的第一步。实地观察是接近真相的最佳路径。这样，川普再羡慕中国，也不至于犯中国上市公司不公布季报的低级错误了。而且，我总觉得中国上市公司季报还是很必要的。不管特不靠谱怎么夸，我们还是要清醒有定力啊。如果从全世界范围来看，当下对各主要经济体影响最大的事情，那莫过于本周召开的美联储议息会议了。这将是美国的第2轮降息。现在市场对于美国第2轮降息是降还是不降已经没有太大的分歧，主要是看未来的一个降息的节奏和幅度。美联储这个第2轮降息总体的一个降息幅度，其实我在之前的视频中已经有过一个非常具体的分析，感兴趣的朋友请移步。然后这一次美国那边经常给市场吹风的金融机构大摩也给出了类似的预期。摩根士丹利将未来降息节奏预期从季度降息调整为连续降息，具体为美联储分别于今年9月、10月、12月以及明年1月将4连降，每次降息25个基点，累计100个基点，将联邦基金利率目标区间降至 3.375%， 该利率水平已接近美联储长期点阵图所示中性利率上限。在完成4连降之后，摩根士丹利预计美联储将暂停操作观测数据，以评估与中性利率的距离。该机构依然认为最终联邦基金利率将达到 2.875% 的水平。大摩的说法稍微有点含糊，其实美联储第2轮降息的目标就是我之前所说的 3% 的安全线，降到 3% 以下后，美国就可以稍微喘口气了。美元降息充满风险，这个事情并没有那么简单。原因就在于美元是事实上的国际货币，美国降息之后，跟其他经济体的利差会缩小，大量资金有可能会从美国金融市场撤离，这有可能会导致美股和美债出现崩盘风险。所以说美元降息这个事情非同小可，美国要想顺利的实现软着陆，在降息的过程中不会引发其内部的金融危机，就必须取得外部的支持。在去年9月开启的第1轮降息中，我们创造了这样的条件。理论上来说，这第2轮降息该轮到欧洲了，目前也只有欧洲具备这样的条件。但是在上周的欧央行议息会议上，欧元并没有先于美元开启降息，欧央行甚至释放了年内可能都不会进行降息的预期。说实话，欧央行的这个表态就有点过于硬了。如果欧元不降息，美欧之间的利差会大幅缩小，那么美元第2轮降息的结果有可能就是硬着陆头先着地。美国会允许这样的情况发生吗？美国降息已经是箭在弦上，不得不发。欧洲9月没有先于美元降息，第1个月还说得过去，那么到了10月的议息会议上，如果欧元再不降息，那要是出了什么问题，我觉得责任那肯定还是在美国。因为搞定欧洲这件事情，美国责无旁贷。如果美国连欧洲都搞不定，那这些年不是白混了吗？弄欧洲其实也没那么复杂，美国一般也就是3板斧，曝光欧洲领导人的丑闻，在欧洲制造恐怖袭击，再就是让俄罗斯加大进攻力度。据俄罗斯卫星社9月12日报道，匈牙利总理欧尔班表示，俄罗斯与美国的谈判正快速推进并取得重大进展，但乌克兰并非主要议题。欧尔班在科苏特电台的节目中称，俄罗斯和美国正在开展的谈判不只是涉及乌克兰冲突，我认为他们在解决所有其他问题上取得了重大进展。美国和俄罗斯如果勾兑起来，欧洲就将成为除了乌克兰之外的其他问题。当地时间9月13日，美国国务卿卢比奥表示，无人机进入波兰领空事件不可接受危险，但目前尚不清楚这是有意为之还是误入。 卢比奥强调，若证据显示无人机确系冲着波兰而来，那将是高度升级的举动。你看，美国已经给欧洲指明了一道方向，你可以选择不降息，但是战争有可能会高度升级。美国不能再用降息这件事来讹诈我们了。美国去年的第一轮降息，如果没有我们的支持，那全世界可能都已经因为美国的金融危机爆发而陷入一场新的世纪大萧条之中。所以这一轮降息必须由欧洲充当肉垫，但是很明显，美国还在用这样的时机进行极限施压。我甚至怀疑，欧洲在9月没有提前降息，都有可能是配合美国进行极限施压的一部分。我们来看看下面这2件事情的时间安排就知道了。中美双方将于9月14日至17日在西班牙会谈讨论美单边关税措施。与此同时，美联储今年9月议息会议于美国当地时间9月16日到17日召开，利率决议与政策声明在北京时间9月18日凌晨揭晓。在会谈之前，中美双方还进行了一系列的相互制裁来为会谈助兴。从这里面也可以感受到，美国给人一种贪得无厌、得寸进尺的感觉。我们愿意配合，可能是从全局着想。美国不能一而再再而三地把这种压力压到我们的身上。从战略上说，欧洲在苏联解体之后就应该挂了，却反倒成立欧盟，这又多活了30年，这说起来都是美国的责任。现在既然跟俄罗斯谈好了，乌克兰问题也因为欧洲作梗无法推进，不如就顺势暂草除根吧。
I'll be going on early Sunday morning. We're going to Arizona, taking some people with us on Air Force One. Maybe you people are going to be with us, I don't know. But we're going to be going Saturday early on Sunday morning. Okay? Go ahead.
How was the talk today?
Good. We had talks going on. Scott Bessent is there and some others. Jameson is here. And yeah, I think they're going fine.
When will you impose tariffs on China?
We're going to see, but we've hit them very hard in so many other ways. I don't know if you know. Do you know what they're paying right now? What are they paying right now? You know what China's paying right now in tariffs? Huh?
Not the exact dollar.
A lot.
Mr. President, have you been briefed on what happened in Venezuela?
Yeah, I know exactly what's happening.
Just tell us about the rat.
A lot of drugs are coming out of Venezuela. A lot of Tren de Aragua they're trying to get out, but we're stopping them successfully at the border in Venezuela. We have a tremendous amount of security. They send a Tren de Aragua, that's the gang, probably the worst gang in the world, MS-13M. I think they're probably considered worse. And we don't like what Venezuela is sending us, whether it's their drugs or whether it's their gang members. We don't like it. We don't like it one bit. Hold it. You want to move over here, fellas? Wouldn't it be easier for you? Go ahead.
What was your message to the Qatari Prime Minister on Friday?
Look, we're with them. You know, they've been a great ally. A lot of people don't understand that about Qatar. But Qatar's been a great ally. They also lead a very difficult life because they're right in the middle of everything. So they have to be a little bit politically correct in their terms. But I will tell you, they've been a great ally for the United States, Qatar.
Mr. President, do you anticipate more strikes on Venezuela's drug boats?
Well, we'll see what happens. There's certainly not a lot of boats out there, I'll tell you, since the first strike and then to a lesser extent the second. We don't see any, we almost see no boats out there, which is fine as far as I'm concerned. There's been very little boat traffic. I can't imagine why.
And just on that, do you think we will start doing strikes on the mainland, Venezuela?
Oh, we'll see what happens. Look, Venezuela is sending us their gang members, their drug dealers, and drugs. It's not acceptable.
Is getting rid of the president an option? Is getting rid of Maduro an option now?
We'll see what happens. Not an option or not option. We'll see. He had an election that was wrong. It was almost as corrupt as our election of 2020. You know that? You know what I'm talking about? I wouldn't say theirs was much more corrupt, but it was certainly corrupt. But ours was corrupt also. I may or may not. They're negotiating TikTok right now. We may let it die, or we may, I don't know. It depends. Up to China. It doesn't matter too much. I'd like to do it for the kids. They like it. I mean, selfishly speaking, I did very well on TikTok, and I got the youth vote. I got numbers that nobody's ever even come close to in the Republican Party. Nobody. If you look back to Romney and all these people, they got practically no votes. I got a lot. And some was attributed to TikTok, and a lot was attributed to Charlie.
What was your message to Benjamin Netanyahu about strikes on Qatar? It was reportedly
Well, my message is this. They have to be very, very careful. They have to do something about Hamas. But Qatar has been a great ally to the United States. A lot of people don't know that. I told the Emir, who I think is a wonderful person, actually, I said, you need better public relations because you don't really get the public relations. I mean, people talk of it so badly, and they shouldn't be. Qatar's been a very great ally. So Israel and everybody else, we have to be careful. When we attack people, we have to be careful.
You mentioned Charlie Kirk, sir. What organizations on the left do you anticipate investigating? We talked about this last week.
Well, the problem is on the left. If you look at the problem is on the left. It's not on the right, like some people like to say on the right. The problem we have is on the left. And when you look at the agitators, you look at the scum that speaks so badly of our country, the American flag burnings all over the place, that's the left, that's not the right.
Do you plan on investigating?
We'll see. We'll be announcing. They're already under investigation. You know, they're already under major investigation. A lot of the people that you would traditionally say are on the left.
They're already under
Already under
Have
investigation.
you asked to start revoking the visas of those who have celebrated Charlie Kirk's death? Have you asked to start revoking the visas of the foreigners who have celebrated Charlie Kirk's death?
No, we haven't, but we are looking at names. We don't like that. That's not right. We wouldn't celebrate if something happened on their side, and we don't. These are sick people. These are really deranged people.
Any progress on the Fed chairman, sir?
Well, other than I don't like him.
No, but you are.
He's incompetent. The Fed chairman's incompetent. Sure, I have three people that I like a lot. Any one of them would do a good job.
Mr. President, one more on Venezuela.
But I think you have a big cut because I don't think he can help with cutting. It's perfect for cutting. And the thing that he's hurting most is housing for people. But because we're doing well in everything, energy's way down, groceries are down, everything, almost everything is way down. But housing, because of the Fed, is not what it should be. Okay, but it's not what it should be.
I'm sorry.
Ahead of the UK trip.
What about it?
Expecting ahead of the UK trip.
Nothing. The trip to UK is going to be incredible. They've never done it before, twice honored. And that's because we had non-consecutive terms. You know that. You probably know. But back in the days of Grover Cleveland, I don't think they did this too easily. So we'll see. But this is the first time it's ever happened. And Windsor is supposed to be amazing. They've never used Windsor. They've never had Windsor for this. And they're going to be doing Windsor Castle. It's going to be very exciting. I think a lot of you are going with me. Are you going with us? Huh? Are you going with us, Maggie?
Not with you.
Good.
Just one more on Venezuela. The president of Venezuela called the strike on the boat illegal. Are you concerned that Maduro might escalate something?
No, what's illegal are the drugs that were on the boat and the drugs that are being sent into our country and the fact that 300 million people died last year from drugs. That's what's illegal.
Do you think he's not telling the truth when he said it was a fisherman's boat? Do you think that he's...
Oh, there. Give me a minute. You could see it. You saw the bags of white everything right through the bags. It's nonsense. So we knew it before they even left. We knew it before they even left. We knew exactly where that boat, where it came from, where the drugs came from, and where it was heading. I mean, the problem is nobody's getting on boats anymore, so maybe that's a good problem.
Do you expect NATO to issue sanctions against Russia as you asked them to do over the weekend?
Well, they're not doing the job. NATO has to get together. Europe has to get together and do it. Look, Europe they're my friends, but they're buying oil from Russia. So we can't be expected to be the only ones that are, full bore. But Europe is buying oil from Russia. I don't want them to buy oil. And the sanctions that they're putting on are not tough enough. And I'm willing to do sanctions, but they're going to have to toughen up their sanctions commensurate with what I'm doing.
But just to clarify, you wouldn't move ahead until NATO moves ahead.
Well, I'm ready to move ahead, but they have to do it. I think they will. But right now they're talking and they're not doing. Look, they're buying oil from Russia. We're not buying oil from Russia. They're buying a lot of oil from Russia. That's not the deal.
So on Putin, 2 weeks ago you told us that you would decide who was more to blame for the impasse of the talks, whether it's Ukraine or whether it's Russia. How are you feeling right now?
But when you say impact of what?
The impasse. Sorry, but nothing's happening.
The impasse? It's not going to matter because when they go in, they're going to be very, very strong. So it's not going to matter.
When are you planning to...
Maggie, go ahead.
Mr. President, European nations do still buy, some of them buy natural gas from Russia. Would you like to see that pulled back as well?
That's not the deal, though. The deal is they're not whether it's natural gas or whether it's cigarettes, I don't care. They're not supposed to be buying from Russia. We're spending a lot of money giving. Now, I will say this. Right now, we're just selling weapons to NATO. It's pretty amazing. Biden spent $350 billion. I'm spending nothing. In fact, we're making money. But I want to stop the killing. So it just came out, or I think it came out, but I know for a fact, almost 8,000 young soldiers died this week between the two countries. A little bit more from Russia, but divided. When you're the aggressor, you lose more. I don't know if you know that, but in war, when you're the aggressor, you tend to lose more. But it was a little bit more for Russia, but it was 8,000, a little bit more than 8,017 actually, died this week in that war. Why? And they're Russians. They're not American soldiers, but they're still human beings. They're souls. And I want to stop them. And I stopped 7 wars. I thought this was going to be an easy one for me, but this has turned out to be tough. The hatred between Zelensky and Putin is unfathomable.
Do you still believe that they will talk? That they will have a...
I don't know. I think I'm going to have to do all the talking. They hate each other.
When do you think that will take place?
I don't know. Relatively soon.
Has any of the NATO
We're going to get it worked out one way or the other, but relatively soon.
Has any of the NATO
They hate each other so much they can't breathe. So I'm going to have to get involved.
Has any of the NATO members responded to the letter you sent yesterday?
Yeah.
Can you tell us?
They know it's true.
Can you say
They don't want to deny it. They said, well, I'd rather not talk about it. I said, what do you mean you'd rather not? That means you're guilty, right? Yeah, no, they agree. I mean, look, they're buying oil. And they're buying it through a couple of countries that are selling it. So they're not buying it directly. Countries are buying oil from Russia and selling it into certain NATO countries. Not all, but certain very substantial NATO countries. That's not the deal. Okay? We all set?
Just one more.
Are we all set?
We're good. Hugo has one.
Sorry, last one. Just to clarify then, do you anticipate the next step with the Ukraine talks to be a summit, like a trilateral summit?
There'll be talks, whether you call it a summit or just a get-together. It doesn't matter. But I'll probably have to they hate each other so much they almost can't talk. They're incapable of talking to each other. Thank you.
Mr. President, will the First Lady accompany you to Charlie Kirk's memorial next week?
I didn't ask her that, but a lot of people are. But we're going to Europe
To the UK.
before, so we're going to be doing that. Okay. I haven't even thought of it. I've been thinking about other things. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President.